Hello and welcome to Waterloo, and unfortunately on board a British Rail Class 701. But let's not linger on the negatives. You might realise I'm wearing white, red and blue, and this is for a reason. Those are the colours of the British flag, and today is a special day because this 701 is going to be the first train out of London to operate under Great British Railways. Today begins the process where we, the public, are taking our railways back.
Technically though, this isn't actually the first nationalised railway under GBR. That was 5:56 this morning, leaving from Woking bound for Surbiton. The reason why it stops at Surbiton is because there are engineering works today. It's a Sunday. The main line's closed between Surbiton and Clapham Junction. This service is diverted around Richmond because of those same engineering works.
And also, let's be honest, I was not getting all the way from Hertfordshire to Woking for 5 a.m. So we just decided, okay, we'll get the first one out of London. Yes, it's not going to be the very first one, but it's close enough. It will do.
And it's got the fanfare.
Yes, it's got the fanfare because this is the first one out of London, and everyone knows that London is, according to everyone, the centre of the universe.
Yay.
So this is the one that matters.
Yes. It took me 3 hours to get here.
So, I think without any further ado, the train leaves in about 15 minutes, so let's give it a ride.
This is Shepperton. It's cool.
Yeah, Shepperton, absolute top tier place, top veg.
The train reversed in Kingston, which we didn't talk about earlier. That is because since the main line's closed between Surbiton and Clapham Junction, they've had to reroute through Richmond and also cover the stations like Teddington. What's between Teddington and Kingston? I've forgotten. That one.
That one.
That one.
That one. Shepperton's a station.
I like the green bases, green pole bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're green.
Yeah.
But what about the service? And the service is what's important and significant, and that's because it was the first nationalised service out of London Waterloo in about 30 odd years, which is significant and important, and it's a good turning point and a good step forward towards railways becoming a better and more functional system. And I think the sooner we get privatisation out of the way and it's a thing of the past, we can move on with nationalisation, really bring everything together, make everything really nice and well put together. And I think it's a really good first step that we're finally getting the ball rolling on it, because it's been in the talks for years. I remember back, it feels like ages ago, when Jeremy Corbyn was saying he was going to nationalise the railways, and now it's actually happening, and that's really good.
It would be nice to see train leasing companies stop existing, although that probably won't happen in at least a couple of decades. It would be nice to see GBR actually owning their own rolling stock.
It would also be nice to see various things on trains return, like padded seats, like actual good suspension on trains. That's something I noticed a lot on the 701, was the suspension is really not good. You feel every single bump on that train, whereas compared to something like a 455, that's silky smooth. And if we can make a suspension 50 years ago that is silky smooth on rough track, then we can make a suspension today that is silky smooth on rough track. That's my logic. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Yeah, very impromptu. We're also very tired, and I want to go home and get some sleep.
I'm not. I'm fine. Look at me. I'm happy. There are also I'm assuming Network Rail workers in Orange. That's interesting.
Anyway, we're gonna see you next week. I've been Willow. You've been undisclosed person.
Yes, I don't have a name. I haven't been introduced.
Mysterious. Ooh. Right.
I'm just gonna slink into the shadows.
Bye.